Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi.
And my name is Toby.
And this is episode 50 of our AMA series. These questions were sent to us by our Patreon members in the CT Club. If you'd like to check that out, there's a link for it down below in the video description. Here's the first question. Is there a safe way to coin mix without going on Tor network, which seems a bit scary? Fair enough, and I totally understand why you think Tor network is scary. There's actually some easy ways to add another layer of privacy to your coins through coin mixing. For Ethereum, for example, there is Tornado Cash. You can just go to tornado.cash, and it works with wallets like MetaMask, Fortmatic, and Portis, and you can mix up coins like, well, let me get my list. You can mix up coins like Ethereum, DAI, CDAI, USDC, and USDT. There's also another wallet on Ethereum that I haven't checked out yet, but it's called Blank. If you want to check it out, it's the website is goblank.io. They're claiming to be the most private, non-custodial Ethereum wallet. So anyway, I think I'm going to be interviewing those guys when we get back to better Wi-Fi, where we can do interviews with much better quality, so you guys can enjoy that. But anyway, you can check that one out. Also, you can always interact with privacy coins like Monero. Monero is pretty cool how they establish privacy on their network. A lot of blockchains, especially in the past AMA series, we talked about how we can see what you're doing with your coins, kind of talking about the basic transparency that happens with transactions on most blockchains. That is not the same as what happens on Monero. If you search a public address on Monero, you're not going to see any information about coins going into or out of that wallet. So Monero is pretty cool for that also, and it's privacy by default, which I think is the best. So yeah, there are options for you for privacy outside of the Tor network. Next question here. What are the odds that we are in a bull trap or a bull correction right now? What signals do you monitor to decide that?
A lot of times bull traps, so if you don't know what a bull trap is when the price has been going down and then it pops really quick, and so everybody thinks, oh, it's all over again, and then it dumps again. That usually happens with retail. It doesn't usually happen with like institutional investors because they are whales. They can kind of control the market a little bit.
They're usually the ones that are causing the bull trap.
Yeah. So they want to like get more coins, so that what they'll do is they'll try to liquidate a lot of people by pumping the price, and getting everybody in that was saving cash for the dip or whatever, and they think they lost the chance to get in for a dip, and then it goes below even where the price had started to pump. So this time, I don't think this is a bull trap at all. First off, there's not a lot of retail. Like, a lot of the retail got kicked out at around like the mid 30s to high 20,000 range. Like, yeah, so and now they're just starting to get in again. And also, one of the indicators that I like to use is actually our Patreon member like numbers.
Also YouTube subscriptions too.
Sure, yeah. So both of those, when prices are going down, we don't have as many Patreon members, which should be the opposite, because we're like getting into coins that are cheaper now. They're not like at all-time highs anymore, Yeah. So like we're finding coins that are undervalued.
But it's like you always say, people are attracted to higher prices.
Yeah. So people are attracted to higher prices. So now that our Patreon members have just started moving up again, I'm still not worried about it, because when I was a little worried about it was when our Patreon members, that we had like 30% added of the number of Patreons within a couple months, and that was like, all right, it's pumping pretty hard, and so it had to correct a little bit, and now I see it kind of starting all over again.
So we make that correction, or we make that correlation, because increased membership and increased subscription on our YouTube channel means more general interest in crypto from the public.
Yeah.
And yeah, in addition to that, I'm getting contacted every day by several different advertising agencies for cryptocurrencies. coins themselves, exchanges, their affiliate program. Basically, people are recognizing the increase in price and the overall market cap in the crypto markets, and they're ready to start investing in advertising to take advantage of the next step up. So those are like the macro indicators that are supporting the momentum of this recent price move, you know, of Bitcoin, nearly $50,000.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of people, you know,
that's why we don't think it's a bull trap, by the way, to answer that question.
when the price was like $65,000 or $64,000, you know, a lot of people were asking me questions like, hey, can I talk to you really quick? Can I please, you know, get together and please help me out? I want to learn how to actually finally do this. I'm like, why do you want to do it now? You've had so long to do this when the price was lower. Why do you want to do this now? And then soon after the price crashed, down 50-something%, and then those people disappeared. And those people haven't come back yet, which is really good. Really, really good.
They're the canaries.
They're the
telling
canaries.
you when the top is.
So I am becoming keenly aware when these canaries start popping up.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then we will tell our Patreon members when we think we're close to the top.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And just like we did in June, we
sold
adjusted a lot of
huge
our
amount.
portfolio to see what was going to happen next, and thank goodness we did that.
Goodness we did that. Yeah. Yeah. Just make sure that, you know, you're attracted by lower prices instead of higher prices. That's one thing I tell everyone, is that make sure you're not you need to check yourself, because yeah, it gets exciting. You feel like you're missing out, but you're not going to feel like you're missing out if you've been accumulating. You've been listening to us. You've been accumulating these coins over time. You know, we had like a 3-year bear run, but those are the times, man, that was an amazing time to get into these coins. And you know what was almost even more amazing is the very, very, very beginning of this bull run, back in March of 2020, like right when it bottomed and it started going to the top, you know, going up again. It's like all these different coins started coming out of the woodwork, and you know, we were buying up crazy amounts of these coins that are popular now, like DOT and all these other coins that were incredibly cheap back then, and Solana, and you know, like a lot of these coins. And you know, we were one of the first people out there to talk about Solana. We had our friend Kent on, you know, talking about it. It wasn't very popular, and then when it got popular, the views started going crazy. So guys, stay away from the crowd. I say that at the end of my videos. I say, don't follow the sheep, follow us instead, which means don't follow everyone else. You know, like, have a mind of your own. Take your emotions out of your trades, and you're going to do really well. Stop being attracted to higher prices. I'm not attracted to higher prices, guys. I'm not. I'm attracted to low prices. I'm attracted to low market caps. Like, hey, bring it on. That's what I want. So
I mean, the reason you can do that too is because you understand the value in it.
Yes.
Regardless of the price tag of it. If you can separate those two, you can realize the difference and the affordability of a coin if you can see the long-term aspect of it. Also, I remembered I did a video on bull traps. Was it in 2018 maybe? I think that's when it was. Maybe it was 2019. And it's a funny video. I'll link it down below in the video description. But in that, the articles that I was displaying was, you know, the bull trap was when Bitcoin was at about $4,000. And one of the titles of the article was like, $4,000. Could it be, it's life or death for Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So even then, even if it was a bull trap back then, wouldn't you be happy that you bought Bitcoin at $4,000?
And we were dollar cost averaging. We were telling everybody to dollar cost average at $4,000.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all we have for you today. Like and subscribe this channel. If you want to check out our Patreon for trade alerts and portfolio stuff, the link is down below. And stay disobedient. Don't follow sheep. Follow us instead. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.